Well, here I go again. What's up, y'all? This is your boy AD from DM3 Entertainment. And these dudes, man, they can't stop talking about Cassidy. So people can't get mad at me for talking about Cassidy. And they can't get mad at the real BRC for talking about Cassidy. Because if these so-called bloggers who've been doing this thing for a while, that got all these other rappers they could talk about, can talk about them, then everybody else should be able to do the same. Keep talking about Cassidy. And to show you the type of impact that Cassidy has on the battle rap community. Not the hip-hop community, just the battle rap community. But here we go. We're going to let my man, Real, do his thing and show respect. And I'm going to rebuttal what he has to say.
All right, let's get the most important stuff out the way first. This is not dirt. That's beard dye. When you get old and you don't want your stuff to be gray, you saw it all grayed out in the last video. That's some beard dye. Just leave me alone on that. That's the most important thing.
A little suggestion. I'm an old cat just like you are. I use henna. Maybe you know henna because you were saying how you was in the military, so you should definitely know what henna is. Having that Middle Eastern stuff. That right there don't really mess up your clothes like that. So rock some henna. But before I get started, I just want to say this. I don't know you, my man, to disrespect you, my man. But what I got to say might affect you, my man. So here we go.
But two, I don't know if Cassidy was telling the truth. It's up to him. Maybe he got pictures to prove it. But I was in Saddam's house. I was in Saddam's house. There's nothing to brag about because a lot of people, when the war first started in the military, when we landed, we put down the civil engineering spot for the Air Force. You got to go to Saddam's house because we took that motherfucker over. That's number two. Now number three, let's get into the results of Cassidy versus Goods after the battle drops as 99%, as my man DME Detroit. What's up, man? Talk to you in a minute. Was saying that 99% of the comments are showing for Cassidy, while the URL app is showing like...
I want to stop that before he can finish. If you people notice, if you follow hip-hop and you've been watching these bloggers who associate themselves with the URL, all of them know each other. So they're all one-minded coalition. They don't have, it seems as though they do not have any type of originality or freedom of thought. They all think in one collective because it makes no sense to be as many of you guys as bloggers to understand and think the same. Back to you.
15-1 for Goods. And this is why I don't have point system. Now I watched the battle again after being in the building, and when I watched the battle again, I think Cassidy did a little bit better. He did a little bit better than we expected, away from all the crowd booing and all the other stuff. I think the crowd was a little biased against Cassidy starting the second round, but I think that it was his own fault, his own arrogance with lack of what they expect.
I just want to stop you real quick. I'm not saying you saying this, but what I do understand from a lot of you, y'all get mad at Cassidy for being a man. A man will believe in themselves, will talk much shit of what they have accomplished and how they feel. And this is just an alpha trait. Why should you downplay yourself and say that you're not who you believe to be? You keep talking that shit until someone proves you different. And it has not been proven yet. And as you know, because you're on YouTube now, talking about Cassidy once again, and the internet has spoken, the world has spoken, that Cassidy has won this battle once again. Back to you.
From battle rappers, but they gave him a chance. You can't say that the crowd... You got to say it's the battle rapper's fault if the crowd comes to you in round love you. They love you. That means it's something that you're not doing to meet the crowd standard. But I think
just want to stop you there real quick. Let's clarify something for those who are listening to this. The narrative they try to give everybody who watches him or any of the people who are bloggers on the side of URL is that the crowd was against Cassidy. The crowd was not against Cassidy. If you watch the battle that has been dropped on YouTube and you pay attention to row 1, row 2, and the left side of your screen, you will notice that it is all the battle rappers and all the battle rappers' friends who are the ones doing the booing, the heckling, the acting crazy. When Goods does something, Goods talking to them directly, showing them love. That's who is the ones who are giving Cassidy this negative, bad energy. And even when I heard the mess about people saying, well, Cassidy was arguing with the crowd about these are the best lines you ever heard. If you watch it, Cassidy was not arguing with the crowd. Cassidy was making that statement to Goods people and the battle rappers, not the crowd. So let's get it straight. It's not the crowd that was disrespecting Cassidy. It was the battle rappers and their friends. You continue.
what crowds do wrong is don't be super ready to cheer for anybody. Let them earn a cheer. Don't be super ready to boo anybody. You paid your money. Relax. Chill out.
Please tell that to all the URL battle rappers, because that's who was doing that, like I said just a few seconds ago. So please pass that on to them, all right? Thank you.
Do something, say something whack. Don't just hate them forever. Just keep listening. If they say something good, cheer for them. Cheer, good, whack, bad. You know, just don't stay in one zone ready to pounce on somebody, whether the pouncing is good or bad. But this is why I don't have a point system, because even though Cassidy did better than expected, I view battle rap like this. Who would you rather be? Just keep it simple. Who would you rather have been? When you say who would you rather have been, that doesn't mean that the person with grown man bars is going to win. That means the person with straight up bars is going to win. If your bars, even if they're generic, are so vicious repeatedly over and over again that the guy's looking terrible and bad, you're making him a battle, would rather be you.
Then you're telling us you want to be Cassidy. Because if you listen to the lyrics, Goods was a generic rapper. He rapped like this. This is his cadence. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's how his rhyme pattern was. So I don't want to be a rapper who raps like Dr. Seuss. I don't want to be a rapper who's giving me a bunch of rumors and things that are not true. Back to you.
I'd rather be you. I'm going to give y'all an example of what this battle reminded me of. And I switched my votes on this battle. It's an old battle for a lot of y'all who not real battle rap fans who may watch this right here.
Honestly, I wish you guys would get it through your skulls. Stop disrespecting people who've been watching battle rap, who've been a part of the hip-hop culture for the last half a century. Yes, about 50 years hip-hop has been around. And there are lots and lots of people watching your video that have been watching hip-hop from way back then. So we are not casual fans. We are not new fans. We are just fans who have come down from the mountain and got tired of the crap that you people have been selling to the mass media of folks that want to watch battle raps, okay? We are here to speak our mind and to let y'all know we are not having it anymore, okay? So we are real fans, just to let you know that.
Because of Cassidy's name. But this reminded me of Chilla Jones' first time on the big stage against DNA. Chilla Jones was dropping nothing but bars, nothing but schemes, dope advance. DNA wasn't. DNA still was just too much for that boy. He was too much for him, man. Did he have the better bars? No, he didn't have the better bars. But you go back and watch that, I would have rather have been DNA by far. Goods made this man look bad, man.
But just to let you know, clarify something. Goods is not DNA. Goods does not have the skill level or the rhymes to be compared to DNA. I hear you guys all the time keep saying Cassidy is outdated. I don't like Cassidy's cadence. I don't like Cassidy's flow. Cassidy sounds like he's on a record. But at the same time, y'all let Goods' style just slide by. Do you not know that Goods has not changed his flow since the early 2000s? You can go all the way back to when he was on Lion's Den. He always had a cup of Henny in his hand that he don't drink. Who sits there through a whole battle and has a cup just sitting in your hand? You got money. You should be able to kill that and get another drink right behind it, back to back to back. But that proves right there that you ain't as rich as you say you are. But back to the fact that his style has not changed since Lion's Den. He battled Conceited. His style has not changed. He has battled Averb. His style has not changed. He has battled T-Top. His style has not changed. He has battled K Shine. He has battled Tay Rock, and his style has not changed. So why is it that he could keep the same boring style and it's okay? But Cassidy comes in and y'all immediately say, oh, his style is played out. But I'm going to let you continue.
Goods made this man look bad on occasion. Now, we as real battle rap fans know that there have been better performances from Goods.
Once again, you are not the only real battle rap fans. In actuality, you may not be a real battle rap fan because you may not even know the history of hip-hop and where battle rap really comes from. Can you go all the way back to Kumo D and Busy B? Can you do that? Do you know anything about those days? So if you can't, then you can't go around telling people that they're not real battle rap fans.
Than that performance. However, it's something about, and I think that the general fans have no problem. General fans are not fans of battle rap, but just rap fans who watch it. They have no problem with Cassidy's delivery because they're not used to seeing real battle rap.
Stop you right there. People who don't have a problem with Cassidy's delivery know what real battle rap is supposed to be. You're supposed to be up in a dude's face. You're supposed to be disrespecting him. You're supposed to be hitting him with lyrical bombs and saying things that have something to do with something and not just talking about, oh, you wearing some corny sneakers. Oh, I'm the cool kid. I'm drinking Henny. Oh, I wear these clothes. You're broke. You smoke crack. That's not lyrics. That's as my man Damon Dash would say, you just chatty patty. That's what Goods is. A rumor passer.
So it wasn't throwing them off, but it was weird, man. I could almost hear a beat how Cassidy was rapping. And that's sort of like
If you hear a beat, that means that he knows how to flow. He has a nice cadence. These rappers who rap on URL, that's why they don't have a good career as an artist, because they have no idea what it is to put a beat on and know how to make a good song. They think all they got to do is rap, and say a couple of hot lines here and there and make fun of somebody, and they're a great MC. That doesn't make you a great MC. Knowing how to put together a song, knowing how to rock a beat, knowing how to have a cadence without a beat, like my man E. Ness, that's what makes you good. But like I said before, I'll let you continue.
Out of place at a party, it's sort of like you just out of place. It was weird. It was something that's probably why a lot of battle rap fans want to see it again on camera, because it's like it immediately comes across as outdated. It was out.
Oh my goodness, I want to say something. One thing, people want to see it on camera because we got tired of the propaganda that you and the rest of your coalition of people who are in love with the URL and the Smack crew, which I got no problem with them, but the problem I have is that you guys trying to make this fake narrative that Cassidy was not fire when he was, and that Goods was this great rapper that he's not. He has the perfect name. He's good. That's all. And when you're good, it's not good enough, you know? And you guys keep saying Cassidy's style, his rhymes, and all that stuff is played out. It's not played out. It's not out of date. You know? If anything, Goods is outdated. Like I said earlier, look all the way back to when he was on Lion's Den. He has not changed his style whatsoever. But y'all never say he's outdated. So stop with the bias. Back to you.
Updated is some of that stuff you would have said a different way, and that matters. Your delivery matters because remember, my way I judge a balance. Who would I rather have been? I would not want to be the dude who's spitting okay like kind of bars. I know it's amazing to y'all because y'all haven't.
So that means you don't want Goods. Goods was the one doing the okay bars. And I don't understand why you don't understand that.
Really watch battle rap that much. I don't want to be the guy who spit like good. Maybe if 5 is average, maybe a 6 on some of his bars and stuff. But we used to 9s and 10s. I don't want to be that dude who's standing there over and over again with a weird, different delivery made for late 90s, 2000s rap kind of style.
I want to stop you right there. And anybody listening, y'all got to stop listening to their crazy narrative of this. A rapper's not good right now because he sounds like he's from 2000. He's from the early 90s or the late 90s. I have a question for him, if you're listening, and to everybody else. Where do all the great MCs come from? Which decade? The decade of the 90s or the decade of 2000s, right? Then the second part of the question is, where do the better MCs come from in the 2000s? The early 2000s or the 2000s of this decade right now, which is about to end? And we all know the truth, and I'm going to give you the answer. The best MCs come from the 90s. The best MCs from the 2000s come from the early 2000s. So if you make a comment like he sounds like he's from the 2000s, he's from the 90s, you are not disrespecting that man. You are giving that man much props and much respect because the greater MCs come from then, not now. You can't name too many great MCs in 2019 because there are not that many and there really isn't. So stop with that narrative that he sounds like back in the day. If that's the case, thank you for saying that because he is fire compared to the rest of these dudes out here. Back to you.
Want to be that dude. What I did to give Cassidy props after watching it on camera that's different than being in the building is he was good enough for me to want to see him battle again on a smaller stage in a small room against an opponent. I would like to see Cassidy. He earned that from me, but Cassidy did not win this battle, man.
Stop you right there. You guys don't want to see Cassidy in a small room. Y'all don't want to see Cassidy in a room where half the people are with him on his side and half of the people are on URL side. Because you will see a straight murder in a small room. I don't care what person y'all get to stand before him in a small room. He will straight murder them. And I mean not a body. His body will be decapitated and destroyed. That's what Cassidy will do to somebody in a small room with half the people on Cassidy's side who have nothing to do with URL, has nothing to do with this modern day minstrel show of a thing called battle rap now. Back to you.
He didn't win this battle. Goods was talking to him. Goods was making him look bad. And when you get into that generic floss and stuff, that really has no place in today's battle rap.
No, please, 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 let me stop you right there. It has no place in today's battle rap. If that's the case, then you should not be saying Goods won. Because that's Goods' whole style. Goods' whole style is to make fun of somebody else because they don't have what he has. Goods is always talking about how he got it like that and how he got it like this. That's the whole reason he beat T-Top when he battled T-Top. Because he showed this is the difference between being Goods and being Goods. So, come on. Stop being biased and stop showing your hypocrisy of saying that that doesn't matter. It always matters. Hip hop from day one, it was all about braggadocious and how much you could say you were better than the other MC. That's a part of hip hop. And battle rap is inside of hip hop. So it will always matter. So stop it with the fake narratives and the fake news, all right? Back to you.
Because to me, it's a waste of time. When you sit up there and you brag about the stuff you've done in your lifetime, and I know general rap fans are used to that because that's what you do in rap songs. But in battle rap, all you're doing is wasting lines where you could be destroying your opponent. You're not destroying.
Stop you right there. Cassidy did this on purpose. I apologize, people. People trying to call me in the middle of what I'm trying to do. But back to what we was doing.
Your opponent when you brag about how many girls, where you lived and stayed and how much.
Oh, what I was trying to say before I was rudely interrupted by my phone is that Cassidy is a thinker. He knew how Goods was going to come at him. So if you, as a smart person that I think you are, you would understand he used that type of fire to put out Goods' fire. Goods would talk about how he make money and how he can talk about money. So Cass was like, you can't talk about money with me. You can't hang with me when it comes to money. So he had to explain to him where he's been, how much it costs to cut his lawn, how he makes money, how he does what he does. So that's the reason why Cassie would even come in that direction. Because we know, lyrically, if they were going without that type of braggadocious or way that Goods comes, Cassie would even kill them even more. But that was the whole purpose of Cassidy saying the things about Dubai and talking about his lawn and talking about how he sold these records and those records, because Goods hasn't done any of that, but he makes you people think that he is who he's not. He's a fraud. But back to you.
Money you got. We over that. We've been over that in battle rap since 2011. That's what I'm talking.
No, you have not. Because in Goods' last battle, he did that same thing to Tay-Rock, and y'all loved him for it. He did that same thing to T-Top, and you loved him for it. He's always been talking about how much money he make. If anybody else does it, you're going to love him tomorrow for it. So stop the fake narration. Stop the fake excuses to say Cassidy didn't beat that man.
About being outdated, man. We don't. That's to y'all. That's hot. It's not hot, man. Like
to us, to you, it's hot also. It's just not hot because Cassidy did it. If somebody else would have did it, y'all have loved it. Y'all have been all on them. Y'all have been happy, all for it. So come on, man. Stop. You're too old. You're just like me. You're probably in my age group. You should be more respectful to the culture of hip-hop and give up the props to those who really do this in hip-hop, right? The rappers of the past would be very disappointed in you for not pointing out someone who's lyrically better than another MC, and Goods was not lyrically better than Cassidy.
You know, even if I make a diss track, there's no lines about me bragging about what I got. They're all destroying you. So I just want to say, like, I'm not surprised at the results on URL because Cassidy is big, man. Sometimes we forget how big these rappers were. You bring in all those general fans in who don't know the concept of battle rap, then you're going to get votes like that. I think he should be proud of himself, though. I do think, because he wasn't as bad as people say. And that's another thing that messed up battle rap, is that if you say this chick is the finest woman in the world, I can't wait, you gotta see her, you blow this girl up for a day after day, week after week, and you have created something that's unachievable. Now, this girl may look really good, and I may have thought that she was attractive, but you done blew her up so freaking much that when I see her, I'm like, whatever, man. Y'all was tripping. Y'all was...
But also in that case, a dude can blow a girl up that much, and when you see her, she can't be that bad. There are women that are like that. No matter what a dude say, and do you meet her, she's still fire. And that is true. And Cassidy is that one. As much as he talks, he backs up everything he says.
Tripping. I'm thinking that because of how much you blew it up. So I think from a lot of these general fans who don't know a lot about battle rap, when people left that building early and...
Y'all are... Why I'm starting to truly get offended when y'all keep saying, you fans who don't know battle rap. Who do you think you're talking to? If we're sitting here watching you, we've been watching. I watched you before, and I respect what you be doing in the past. But right now, you are definitely losing credibility to those who truly watch battle rap, because we're not with just the URL narration, man. We watch other people. We watch Queen of the Ring. We watch King of the Dot. You know, we watch my man Arsenal's League when he does his thing. We watch Crack Liberty Bell. There are other battle leagues that people watch. You can't just think because URL is so-called big in America that that's the only thing that matters. There are battle leagues bigger than URL in the world. So back to what you're saying. And man, stop disrespecting people saying that they're not real fans.
Everybody's saying how bad Cassidy did and how he sucked, and we made him seem so terrible when there was no way he was going to meet the standard of sucking that bad to people, because he had some good bars. He had some good bars. So when people see, like, hold on, y'all was tripping, this dude is doing better, I thought he got destroyed. So they taking that energy, and they're using that energy the wrong way. They're using that energy to say that he won. Cassidy did not win. He got a lot to learn about the concept of battle rap. But
goodness. He doesn't have anything to learn. You guys have to learn. You got to be deprogrammed. You guys been dealing with URL for so long that y'all forgot the essence of what hip-hop and battle rap is. You guys have been so used to all these clowns jumping on stage, dancing and making jokes, thinking that this is some dance competition or some comedy show, and that you have lost the essence of true hip-hop. Cassidy is true hip-hop. Anybody who raps like Cassidy is true hip-hop. Anybody who puts lyrics together like Cassidy is true hip-hop. And maybe if you guys go back, maybe y'all need to go watch this dude that I follow on YouTube called The Foundation. Maybe you need to watch him. He'll tell you and show you where hip-hop came from and where it's going. And maybe you will start to understand what lyrical content is supposed to be. You know, maybe that's what y'all need to do.
Again, I would like to see him on a small stage. I think he'd be dope on a small stage. I think he'd be entertaining just like he was in the DNA battle. So Smack, if you could hook that up, that'd be great. And we got some great promo with him on any card. That's pretty much it. It's been real. Hope you had a happy Father's Day.
I appreciate that. Happy Father's Day to you, even though it's late. When you see this, you're going to check it out. And even though we don't agree, I just believe that you do come across a good point sometimes. It's just today we just bumping heads. And like I said before, Cassidy won that battle. Get your knowledge up of what true lyrical hip-hop is.